So, in the last class, we have studied about present tense in detail. So, in this video, we will start learning the past tense and when to use them. I already told you in the last video that each of the tense is subdivided into 4 other types. So, that is simple, continuous, perfect, and perfect continuous. So, and we are looking at each of these subdivisions in detail. So, today we will look at the past simple tense in detail. So, what is the objective of this class? What is the objective of looking at the video for you? So after looking at this video, you will know what irregular verbs are and what regular verbs are. Once you know irregular verbs are, then you automatically know what regular verbs are. And after knowing the irregular verbs, you will be able to describe the actions which took place in the past. So I would like to make you know that the irregular verbs and regular verbs are the foundation stones for learning past simple tense. Once you know master them, it's very easy for you to write the past simple tense. Now let us look at the tense. This past simple tense is used to describe the actions that happened at a specific time in the past. Okay, here look at the words specific time in the past. It means to arrive at a specific time, it is compulsory that we give some time frame or time reference. Okay, so in the second point that I told, that the time reference is compulsory. So especially the past time reference, here it means past time reference is very much compulsory. Like the words, look at the words ago, last night, last week, last, something like last Monday, last Saturday, last Wednesday, like this, such kind of words. Yesterday, the previous day, long, long ago. So these are some of the words, the day before. These are some of the words which tell you that the time is the past time, or the action that is already happened. So that's why these words are very much compulsory for the past simple tense. It's better you use the words. And now let us look at this table. Here is a table. Make meaningful sentences from the table. You can make number of sentences, but at least make 5 or 6 at the beginning, and later you can have a screenshot, or afterwards you can rewind the video and make the sentences for your practice. I hope you have made the sentences, but I will make some sentences for you now. Just check. I was there last night. It can be framed like this. Or I was here at 7 o'clock. Or I was here last night. It's up to you how you frame sentences. I watched a movie in the morning yesterday. Or I watched the film on Monday. Okay, in that way. I saw the film on Monday. Or uh, I began the film on Monday. If you are a director, okay, then I uh, paid the fees 2 days ago. Something, anything you can write there. Or I paid the fees in the morning yesterday. Something like that. Okay, and I submitted the assignment, or I submitted uh, the assignment 2 days ago. Or else you can write like this. We saw the teacher in the morning yesterday. We saw the teacher at 7 o'clock, something like that. We submitted the assignment on Monday, like that. We were there last night. Okay, you saw the film last night, something like this. Okay, she began the assignment on Monday. Okay, she started, that means writing. And anything you can make. No, she was there last night, or she was there in the morning yesterday. She watched the film on Monday, 2 days ago, something, any that matches very well. And it was there last night, or uh, it was here at 7 o'clock, something like that. But I think it paid the fees. Generally it won't pay the fees. So try, when you are making sentences, see that the meaning should be appropriate there. And because it won't feed, it is something for objects and animals we use, so that's why it may not pay the fees. That's why try to avoid such kind of sentences. Okay, and now we have made some sentences. Now try to understand the structure of the sentence now. Okay, now let's have a I think you can guess. The first column is the subject. Okay, and the second column is the verb in B2 form, and the third and the rest are the optional ones, that is uh, that don't show the tense, but it is giving meaning to what we are want to convey. So the most important thing is the first two columns, subject. Other than this you can write anything as subject, but here this is personal pronouns, that's why we are using it. And then here are the verbs, the second column, see. So in the second column, what type of verb is used? Try to uh, identify them. Here's is something for you. Look at the first line, that is very much important. We must use the verbs in past tense. Okay, I already told you past tense. The tense is itself is okay. So that's why something past is used. But in past simple tense, here we are talking about simple tense, past simple tense, always after the subject V2 form of the verb is used. Or else you can write the structure as subject and V2 form of the verb. And it is important to know how past tense form of verbs are formed. Okay, because unless you know past tense form of the verbs, you cannot make past simple tense. So first, there are two kinds of verbs. How many kinds I told you? Two kinds that are given in bullets: regular verbs and irregular verbs. When do you call a verb as regular? See, regular verbs are formed by adding ed to the base form. Okay, when you add ed to the base form, we call it a regular verb. And in English, it's a matter of grammar, that because here in the regular verbs there is no vowel change takes place. Okay, there is no change in the vowel sound, and that's why most of the irregular verbs take a change in the vowel, except some, because we will discuss that later. Here, one thing you need to remember is regular verbs are formed by adding ed. When you add ed to a verb, we call them as regular verbs. The first is example work. I have given the example as work. See, to make it past tense, we are adding ed, worked. To make it past participle, that is V3 form, we are adding work, ed, worked. Not only this, you can list some other as examples. Okay, but I'll give you some. Cook. Let us take the word cook. COOK, cook. By adding ed, we are coming to the past form, cooked, and the past participle form is also formed by the same, that is cooked. Okay, not only cooked, look. Let us look at the word look. Look, looked, and looked. Arrange, ARRANGE, arrange. So here also we are adding D. The ending is ed. Arranged, arranged. Discuss, discussed, discussed. Attend, attended, attended. So in all these forms we are adding ed, and that's why we are calling these verbs as regular verbs. And now let us look at another one, that is irregular verbs. Because their V2 and V3 forms are not regular ones, like that ed is not added in those things. And look at the patterns given below. 1, 2, 3, 4 patterns. We have 4 patterns below. Just observe the patterns. I will show you the slide. Now look at the patterns. Take some time and look at the pattern. So in the pattern 1, we have written as all different. Now look at the base form past tense form and past participle form. The three are different. Look at the example given: speak, spoke, and spoken. Okay, speak is totally different from spoke, and spoke is different from spoken. Here there is no adding of ed, so that's why this is one type of pattern where all are different. Not only this, I'll give you some more words: write, wrote, written; see, saw, seen; eat, ate, eaten; give, gave, given. So these are some examples where three are different. Still, there are more number of examples. And look at the second one. Last two same. The first base form is make, M-A-K-E, make. The V2 form is M-A-D-E, made, and V3 form is also M-A-D-E, made. So the last V2 and V3 form are same. So that's why we have given for the name for the pattern to as last two same. There are many words in which the last two are same, like keep, K-E-E-P, keep, K-E-P-T, kept, and the participle form is also K-E-P-T, kept. Sleep, S-L-E-E-P, sleep, S-L-E-P-T, slept, and then S-L-E-P-T, slept. Then win, W-I-N, win, W-O-N, won, W-O-N, won. So there are number of words of this kind. And rarely we have such kind also. First and last are same. See, the first is come. V1 form is come, and the past participle V3 form is also come. In between, the V2 form is came. And the last fourth one, here also we find very rarely some words like cut, cut, cut. All the three are same. There is no difference in the thing. Only according to the situation we need to understand what kind of tense is it. If you master the structure of the tenses, you can easily identify what kind of verb it is. Okay, so cut, cut, cut. In the same way we have put, 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 and there is another word like shut, shut, shut. See, shut, shutted, shutted won't be there. Shut, shut, shut. Cut, cut, cut. Put, put, put. So these are some words where three are the same. So this is this 1, 2, 3, 4 pattern are irregular verbs, and there is no problem with regular verbs. Just we are adding ed to make it past. Okay, once you master this, once you look at them very carefully or consciously, then automatically you can understand what kind of verb is and where to write the past form. Okay, now let us look here. Write the past tense form of the given verbs. I have given some verbs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 to 16 verbs. Okay, take some time, try to note down the past form of these verbs. Now, I hope you have written the words. So, let us look at the past tense form of the verbs. Try to check what you have written. The first is work. It is formed by just adding ed. Worked. Okay, begin. This is began. Began. Irregular verb is this. bring. Bring. brought. Brought. And immediately look at another verb below. buy. Buy. bought. Okay, so look at these two verbs, bring and buy. There is many students confuse uh, in the past form of the verbs and also in the meaning. Bring is to fetch, okay, and buy is to pay the money and take something, that is buy, you are buying something. So but students I see many times confused with these two words, and when comes to the past tense they both look similar. Okay, there is a slight difference in the spelling. So I will give you one tip for you to not to confuse with the spelling. See, for the word bring, bring, there is a letter R. Okay, br. And in the past form of the verb, R is there. In that way you can remember. In buy, there is no R. So in the past form, it is bought. There is no R. So in that way, don't get confused. In these two words in the past forms. Okay, where there is R in the past form, there is R. Where there is no R in the past form, there is no R. This is how you can't get confused in the past form of bring and buy. Then plant. So what did you notice in this verb? When you are writing the past form, the N is doubled. Okay, the PLAN NED, the N is doubled. So here sometimes there is a change in the spelling. That also you need to know. Then eat, the past form is ate. Ring, rang. Take, it's took. Then win, it is won. Write, wrote. Then for see, it is saw. For leave, it is left. Here leave is leaving a place. Okay, leaving a place. So left means the person has gone, left the place. Okay, not our left hand, right hand, not that thing, but leaving the place. That is the meaning of left here. Copy. So for this also look at the spelling. When there is a y in ending, we are adding ied, copied. Okay, so many students write copy copied. So it's not like that. Copied, copied. So look at the immediate below, reply, reply, reply. So naturally when y is there, we are adding ied after removing y. So copied, replied. Okay, these two words. Then stop. I already told you some words are doubled. So end word, stop. P is end letter. End letter is doubled. STOPP. It is stopped. Then give, gave. So these are some past tense form of verbs. Okay, I hope you have done very well, because we come across these words many times in our lessons and in our earlier study, but we don't know technically that this is called past form, this is V2. This we may not know, some students may know, but for some they may not know. Okay, so now let us proceed further. Now I would like you to write any 5 activities that you did yesterday. Any 5 activities that you did yesterday. Now see here, you can write your own activities provided that the tense form is correct, but I have written 5 activities that I have done yesterday. Okay, look at the activity. I read a book yesterday. I simply took out a book, some book that was very interesting. I read a book yesterday. I watched a movie yesterday. I went to market yesterday. I met my friend yesterday. I did my homework yesterday. I will also have some homework. That's why I did my homework. So these are the activities that I did yesterday. Your activities may be different, but look at the verb form. Okay, it should be V2 form. See, for the first, I read. Okay, for the word read, R-E-A-D, read, the spelling is same, but the pronunciation is different. Okay, see, R-E-A-D is read. When it is in past tense, you pronounce it as read. So that's why I have pronounced it as I read a book yesterday. So that is past form. Okay, try to note down. R-E-A-D, read. When you pronounce it as read, it is present tense. When you pronounce it as read, it is past tense. So I read a book yesterday. Then watched. This is also the past form, V2 form of watch. Then look at the word went. This is also the past form of go. Go, went, gone. So past form of go is went. I went to market. Okay. I met. Met is the past form of meet. M-E-E-T, meet. We meet friends. Okay. I met my friend here. I did my homework. So it is the past form of do. So in this way, these are my activities that I have written, but your activities may be somewhat different. You might have I you might have gone to a movie. So you, how you say, I went to a movie. I attended English class. And I went for shopping. I bought vegetables. Okay. I ordered my medicines online. In that way, you can write as many sentences as possible. So, but okay, huh? And it's up to you how many you write. Okay. Now, let us look at this picture. I hope you liked this picture very much. There are four pictures, in small boxes, four pictures are given. Look at the pictures given below and write a story using simple past tense. Okay, I have given you the instruction that you need to write the story in simple past tense. Okay, try to write the story in simple past tense. Take some time. It doesn't matter uh, what what you understand. No, I think this is a very well known story. A dog, then a piece of meat in the mouth, and then it looks at its reflection in the water, and then it loses the bone. It's a very common story that we study in our lower classes. So that's why you can easily build a story. Try to write the story in the past tense. Whatever you understand, try to write it in past tense. Okay, now I hope you have written the story. Let's check. This is the story for you. Once there was a dog. So here the past verb is underlined as was. Okay, there was a dog. Past simple tense. It held a piece of meat in its mouth. That means it carried. eh, It had a piece of meat in its mouth. It was near a stream. It was standing near a stream. This can be understood like this. And wanted, the dog wanted to cross the bridge to go to the other side. So it was standing on one side and it wanted to cross to the other side. While crossing, it saw its own reflection in the water. So the water was still and it saw its own reflection in the water. It mistook the reflection for another dog carrying something better. When it looked at the water, it misinterpreted the reflection that it was some other dog, and there is a dog in the water and it was carrying something that was better than the dog already had. It opened its mouth. Okay, opened is the word here. To attack the other. Why it wanted to attack? To seize that piece of meat. And in doing so, it dropped uh, the piece of meat into the water. This is, see, I have underlined the past form of the verbs. Was, held, hold, held. Then it was near, wanted, saw, then mistook, then opened, it dropped. See, everywhere there is a subject and a verb. It is the subject, held is the V2 form. Okay, it V2 form. Then wanted, it's a continuation, that it and it is the subject and wanted is the V2 form. So in this way, everywhere I have used the V2 forms. Now look at something more. In this slide, you are going to know how to make negative sentences in simple past tense. Okay. So, I was not late. He was not late, or he was not interested. She was not late, or she was not interested. It was not late. Okay. Or it was not interested. Something like that you can write. We were not late. You were not interested. You were not late. They were not late. Okay, they were not interested. And here is a list, I, we, you, they, he, she did not. And play, see, go. So now look at the first two columns and the last column. What is the difference there? There in the first column we used was not, and in the second were not. Here the difference is the subject verb agreement, that is was and were. With some words like I, he, she, and it, the helping verb that agrees is what, and with we, you, and they, the helping verb agreed is were. But now come to the third column, that is there we use the word did not. When to use was or were not, and the other is the did not. See, it is understood from the third column. Look at the third column, late and interested. These are adverbs, or sometimes they can be adjectives, or any complements, verb complements. So when there are adverbs, adjectives, word complements, or noun phrases, okay, that is subject complement. then we use was not or were not. For us, for simple, I this subject complement verb complement, it's a tough thing to take into our brains. So that's why the simple thing is, if there is no verb. Okay, see, in the third column we have the main verb, that is play, see, go. When there is a main verb, we use did not. Okay, whenever main verb comes, we use did not, and for others we use was not or were not according to the subject. This is the easy trick to remember. What is the easy trick? When there is a main verb in the sentence, to make it negative, we use did not. Okay, if there is no main verb, we use was not or were not. This is the simple trick. And look here, now make the sentences negative. How are you going to make the sentences negative? Now let's look at. I think it's very easy. No need of much time there. Okay. See here. Answers. The bus did not arrive. Okay. Here, arrived is there in the question. The bus arrived late. So, arrive is instead of arrived, we used did not, and then weave base form, that is arrive is used. That you need to remember. Did not plus base form, not the past form, arrived. Okay, did not plus v1 form. And here the word clean, look at the word clean. Was, when there is helping verb was clean, we simply earlier we have studied, we use the word not to make it negative. The room was not clean. We climbed the mountain, here the verb is there, climbed, so automatically it is did not climb. They were helpful, when helping verb is there, simply add not. They were not helpful. The question is, she went to a movie. So now look at this, she. This went is V2 form. So immediately verb is there. So we go for did not. Did not, and the base form of went is go. Go, went and gone. So that's why here she did not go to a movie. And the next one is, we bought, okay, we brought a house last year. So here it's an error is there. We did not buy, not bring it is. We did not buy a house last year. Okay, for buy it is brought, bought, B-O-U-G-H-T, bought. So we did not buy a house last year. So some error has occurred due to the typographical error, we say. Okay, now let's move forward. Fill in the blanks with the choices given. You can easily fill. He as a doctor. Note down the correct answer. That's enough. So what are the answers for these? He worked as a doctor. Okay. Did he go to the university? There is a question mark, and that's why we need to put a question. So did he go to the university is the question. Okay, helping verb always comes in the beginning when we make questions. Did he go? It's a common sense, matter of common sense. Did he go to the university? Now look at these two questions. I studied, studied, studied English for last 10 years. They did not go, did not plus base form. Okay, went is not written, so that's why did not go is the correct expression. A is the correct expression. Then, did you see the film? Not saw the film. Did you see the film? See because V1 form after did you. Then she was hungry. We won't say she had hungry or she were hungry, but it is she was hungry. So look at the answers here. I have given them here like answers. So if you want to note if there is a problem with pronunciation, you can note there. These are the answers for you. And with this we end our class, and thank you.